Have you ever wondered why some men seem to effortlessly draw women toward them, while others chase endlessly and get nowhere? Why is it that one man can walk into a room, say almost nothing, and yet every pair of eyes seems to notice him, and another who tries everything, the jokes, the compliments, the flashy lifestyle, is quietly ignored? What if I told you that the secret isn't found in tricks, money, or manipulation, but in a mindset so ancient, so timeless that it goes back nearly 2,000 years? The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers in history, left behind a private journal of wisdom. He never meant for it to be published. It wasn't written to impress anyone. They were reminders to himself on how to live with strength, discipline, and clarity. And yet today, his words can transform the way you think about attraction, masculinity, and relationships. Because here's the truth. Women aren't chasing men for wealth or looks alone. What women truly chase is presence. A man who carries himself with gravity, self-control, and quiet strength. A man who doesn't bend with every storm, but who, like a stone, remains steady. And Marcus Aurelius, whether he knew it or not, left us a roadmap for becoming that kind of man. But before I reveal his 10 suggestions that will change how women see you forever, do me a favor, subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and watch this video all the way through, because by the end, you'll see that attraction isn't about pretending, performing, or begging. It's about embodying a way of thinking that makes women chase you. So let's begin. Suggestion number 1. Control yourself before you try to control others. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Too many men try to control women. They want to control her feelings, her reactions, her attraction. They think if they text the right words, wear the right clothes, or plan the right date, she will feel a certain way. But Stoicism flips this idea upside down. Women don't chase men who try to control them. They chase men who control themselves. When you are calm under pressure, when you don't react with jealousy, when you aren't desperate for validation, you radiate a kind of unspoken power. She feels safe in your presence, but also drawn to your mystery, because self-control is rare. And in a world full of men seeking attention, the one who masters himself becomes magnetic. Suggestion number 2, indifference is power. Marcus wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed." Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. What happens when a woman tests you? She cancels a date last minute. She flirts with another man in front of you. She says something sharp just to see how you react. Most men explode, they sulk. They send long emotional texts. They prove that they are easily shaken. But the Stoic man? He remains indifferent. Not cold, not cruel, but untouched. And this indifference drives women wild. Why? Because it shows that you are not desperate. Your happiness doesn't depend on her moods. She can't manipulate you. And paradoxically, when she realizes she can't control you, that's when she feels compelled to chase you. Suggestion number 3, Memento Mori. Remember, you're going to die. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself of death. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. At first this seems dark, but in relationships it's liberating. When you realize that time is short, you stop wasting it on pointless games. You stop overthinking every text. You stop chasing women who don't want you. Instead, you live boldly. You express your truth. You pursue connection with courage, not fear. And women notice. Because the man who remembers death lives with intensity. He isn't afraid to lose her, which ironically makes her not want to lose him. Suggestion number 4. True confidence comes from virtue, not vanity. In his meditations, Marcus didn't write about six-packs, expensive clothes, or status symbols. He wrote about justice, courage, temperance, and wisdom. Modern men confuse confidence with vanity. They think showing off makes them attractive. But vanity repels. What pulls women in is virtue, the man who is disciplined in his work, who treats people with respect, who has a sense of mission bigger than himself. Marcus taught that you can't fake this. Virtue shines through in your actions. And when a woman sees that you stand for something, that you are guided by principles, she feels a deep, almost instinctual respect. And respect is the soil in which attraction grows. Suggestion number 5, don't be ruled by desire. Marcus warned, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Too many men are ruled by their desire for women. They orbit them. They compromise their dignity just to get attention. But women don't chase men who are enslaved by desire. They chase men who can master it. The Stoic man appreciates beauty, but he is not addicted to it. He enjoys a woman's presence, but he does not beg for it. He is capable of walking away if it means protecting his peace. That kind of restraint makes women see you differently. You're no longer another man in the crowd, hungry for their validation. You're the exception, the man who values himself above momentary pleasure. Suggestion number 6, embrace discomfort. Marcus Aurelius endured wars, plagues, betrayal, yet he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Most men run from discomfort. They avoid rejection. They avoid hard conversations. They avoid risk. But a man who embraces discomfort grows, and women feel this growth. She sees the man who takes challenges head-on, who doesn't shy away from difficulty. She respects him because life with him feels strong, unshakable. When you stop fearing discomfort, you stop fearing women, and that freedom is intoxicating. Suggestion number 7, be present, not distracted. Marcus advised himself constantly, confine yourself to the present. In today's world, most men are addicted to distractions, scrolling, notifications, fantasy. They are never truly present with a woman. But presence is rare. Presence is power. When you look a woman in the eyes and actually listen, without rushing, without checking your phone, without planning your next move, and she feels it. And she chases that feeling. Because in a noisy world, presence is the ultimate gift. Suggestion number 8, don't speak much, speak meaningfully. Marcus wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one. Too many men talk endlessly to prove themselves. They brag, they argue, they explain. But women don't chase noise. They chase signal. When you speak less but with meaning, your words hit harder. Silence, when comfortable, creates tension, and tension creates attraction. Marcus reminds us, don't explain who you are, show it. Suggestion number 9, live for something greater than yourself. Marcus Aurelius was emperor of Rome, but in his private writings, he constantly reminded himself that he was just a man, serving a larger purpose. Women chase men with purpose, not men who make women their purpose. If your life revolves around chasing her, she runs. If your life revolves around a mission, whether that's building, creating, serving, leading, she leans in. Because women are drawn to men who are going somewhere. Marcus lived for Rome. You must live for something beyond yourself. Suggestion number 10, accept fate but master yourself. Finally, Marcus Aurelius wrote, accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny for what could more aptly fit your needs. This doesn't mean being passive. It means understanding that you cannot control everything, but you can always control how you respond. A woman may leave. She may lose interest. She may betray you. These are outside events, but your response? That is yours. When you accept fate with grace, but continue to master yourself, you radiate resilience. And women are deeply attracted to resilience because it signals that no matter what storms come, you will endure. And there you have it. 10 timeless suggestions from Marcus Aurelius that, when applied, don't just make women chase you, they make you a man worth chasing. Remember, attraction isn't a trick. It isn't a line, a hack, or a manipulation. It's the natural response women feel when they encounter a man who embodies self-mastery, purpose, presence, and virtue. So the question is, will you keep chasing? Or will you become the man who no longer has to? With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.